When the woman turned away, he looked down at his hand holding the knife, trembled, then ran away. Yui looked and wondered. That boy seems to be Subaru, and that woman is Krista. So what exactly happened? Those pieces of memory immediately appeared as answers to her questions, even though Krista Subaru's mother knew very well what she was facing, and her brother Karl Heinz had two other wives. She still deceived herself and thought that he was taking advantage of them and only loved her. Krista loves Karl as a brother, but when she realized that Karl Heinz wanted to use her as a tool to create an incest-born child between them for his experiments only, she started to struggle in between hating and loving him and became mentally ill. By that time she was already pregnant with Subaru, which only made her condition more complicated. Krista became mentally ill and bipolar, at one side loving Karl Heinz as her kind big brother and at the other side hating him like that man that dirtied her. She begins to hate the baby even before he is born as something impure that will ruin her beauty. Because of this, Subaru's mother, who is already extremely unstable, puts Subaru through the worst childhood. She calls him a filthy abomination and asks him to kill her and even tries to harm him to the point of even giving him a silver knife that can kill vampires. He grew up thinking that he's filthy and unwanted. At first he thought it was all Karl Heinz's fault that she is like this, but when Subaru tried to protect her, Krista slapped him and ran into Karl's embrace, which only shocked the child and left him with huge trust issues towards the females, which he later shows to the heroine. Then he starts thinking it was all his fault for his mother to be that way, and that the only one who she hates is him. With no one supporting him and telling him it's not his fault, he vents his anger towards things, which is why he is so destructive. Subaru even broke a statue of his father and was thrown into the ocean as a fitting punishment. A poor guy with a childhood full of misfortune. After all, what did he do wrong? Yus cried, her tears falling onto Subaru's face as he sucked her blood. He said,
"Why are you crying? Because it hurts?"
"No," Yui said and used her hand to wipe away her tears. "I cry for you. How could you endure that unhappy childhood?" Subaru was startled.
"How do you know?"
Then he angrily grabbed her wrist.
"How do you know that?"
"I don't know. When you sucked my blood, I saw your past."
"Digging up other people's past and pretending to pity. I don't need it."
"I'm not pretending. This is the truth. I cry for you. I'm sad for you. But you don't care. I just ask you one thing." You shouted, but after a while her voice became quieter.
"What?"
"It's okay if you don't care about me, but please let me care about you." She smiled. Those words shook Subaru. "Now lend me your shoulder." Yui's body swayed slightly, then she fell on Subaru and fainted. She opened her eyes and slowly sat up. Her head hurt like a hammer. She looked around. "Where is this?"
"This is my room," Subaru said.
"You brought me here?" Subaru nodded. "Thank you."
"Do you have the ability to see the past?" Subaru asked.
"Maybe. It just appeared since I came here." The two were silent for a long while. Then suddenly Subaru lay down on the bed and crawled under the blanket. "What are you doing?" Yui asked.
"Sleep. It's cold. And this is my room. Don't you want me to lie on the sofa?"
"So I'm going back to my room."
"I told you, it's cold, and you're tired. Just lie there."
"Do you care about me?" Yui wondered. Subaru was silent. "Thanks for your kindness."